Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kezza, and over the next couple of weeks, I want you to take a little journey with me. Yes, we are taking the road to regionals. Dun, 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 dun. So in the build up to the first regional qualifier in Auckland, New Zealand, I am going to be playing a different deck at each local tournament up until the event. I've already got my invite, so I don't care what I play. Sucks to be you who doesn't have an invite. But anyway, let's get into the SALAMANGREAT deck profile now, and let's see what I played. And then we'll go into the round by rounds and my thoughts in between each round to see how it did. Let's check it out. Before we get into the deck profile though, I just want to give a shout out to Nicholas Ramiel, who came 10th place at the Florida Regional over the weekend. This is pretty much his list. I've made some changes to the side deck, just, because always change up your side deck for like your local tournament. And there's another change as well, which I'll explain when we get into the list. But thank you, Nicholas, for doing all the hard work and showing us the way. I work pretty hard. I go straight from work to card some nights. This is no exception. I really can't be bothered thinking, to be honest. But anyway, thank you, Nicholas, for doing the thinking for me, alright? So anyway, let's get into the list now. Start off with the old SALAMANGREAT monsters. We got 1, 2, 3 SALAMANGREAT of Fire. Great addition to the deck. Literally summon searches for a SALAMANGREAT on normal summon or special summon. Does lock you into fire effects for the turn, but you don't care anymore. 3 SALAMANGREAT Spinny. This card's great recursion from the graveyard there, being able to discard, give you guys a buff, plus it's level 3 as well. It's really good. Just 2 Foxy now, 2 SALAMANGREAT Foxy. It's all you need. You rarely ever use the normal summon effect now, because you've got so many great normal summons in the form of like SALAMANGREAT of Fire, and even Spinny is normally better. So this is usually for dumping and clearing out back row, and yeah, just recursion from the grave. Star of the deck, Gazelle, Konami, please give it back to 3, please. We're begging you. But yeah, even with 3, the deck wouldn't be super overpowered, but this card just does so much for the deck. It's insane. 1 Jack Jaguar. Yeah, that's all you need. I'm not playing Desires in this deck. That's Potted Desires, so you don't really need Jack Jaguar there. 1 SALAMANGREAT Weasel, another great addition to the deck from the, what is it, the Soul Burner? Whatever the fire guy is from V-Rains. His set there. So you'd be just being able to special summon it, give your opponent a monster so you can lock them under stuff like Goes and Match or Rivalry of Warlords, whatever the heck you want, but it also draws you a card and helps recycle himself, so that's fantastic. 1 SALAMANGREAT Falco. Nicholas didn't run this in his deck, but as I was building up the deck I realized I did not have a Foolish Burial on me. So yeah, I ended up just playing Falco instead because he wasn't playing that. It did win me a game, so that was good. It did also lose me a game when it was the only SALAMANGREAT I opened, but I mean, like, opening Foolish Burial in that case wouldn't have made a difference anyway, I don't think. So yeah, Falco, dig it, not dig it, up to you really. It could easily be a second Weasel as well, but that's something I've also been testing around, so that's cool. 1 Kurikara Divacarnate. It's a fire monster. You can keep getting this back off Wolf in like game 1s when it's needed, but I think this is purely just here for siding patterns, give you a little more oomph going second there. So yeah, good card. There is siding more. Into the hand traps now. We've got 3 Ash Blossoms, Fire, you can bring it back. We've got 3 Droll and Lockbird. You kind of need to be running this in the main deck unless your deck is super overpowered. And 3 Ghostmourner and Moonlit Chill. It's kind of like Veiler, you can use on both players' turns, so it's pretty good. The damage didn't really come up, but yeah, it was a good thing. Like, the only other thing I could see myself putting in there is Nibiru, and yeah, Nibiru is too easy to play around once they know you're on it. So yep, that's all the monsters. Spells now. 3 SALAMANGREAT Circle. Ooh, let's move. 3 SALAMANGREAT Circle there. Does so much. Normally activate it in your draw phase, your standby phase, so you don't get hit with Droll yourself there, unless you've got talents in your hand, in which case save it for the main phase, because then you can just like talents rip, easy bait. Cyanate Mining, pretty much the same thing, except with the discard. Yeah, it's a worse SALAMANGREAT Circle, but sometimes you can do like the old discard a SALAMANGREAT monster, search for Gazelle, and then special summon Gazelle, and that's a legal play. 1 Sanctuary, 1 Will, backup plan B, and yeah, you need this to do your combos and stuff. 3 Book of Moon, really good card. You need to be able to put down like problem monsters like Cash Terror, Arise Heart, Shadow Winder, and other things like that. So yeah, good card. 2 talents, just gives you a little bit of firepower going second, but also going first as well, because they're going to hand trap you to heck. There's a lot of hand traps going around at the moment, so this just like if they Ash Blossom you, this gives you the check for the Nibiru, as well as like you know, just draw 2 if you need to keep comboing. Traps now, we've got Salamangreat Rage and Roar. Standards, I see some people play 2, you can play 2 if you're playing the Pot of Desires build, but 1's usually enough. Especially with Falco back in the deck, he's good for something. And finishing off the deck, 40 cards, 3 infinite impermanents there. Great card going first or second. Yeah, hand trap that doesn't set off TTT, it's great. Onto the extra deck. So we got 2 Balinks and 1 Lingeribo. This was alright. Like, there were some times that helped me play through impermanence going second and stuff, like they'd expect you to just go straight into Balinks, and it's like, nah, I'm gonna go into Lingeribo and then just keep playing, and then you're like, oh. But at the same time as well, I kind of missed the 3rd Balinks, so yeah, like, because a lot of your graveyard recursion needs a Salamangreat Link monster, and if you've been banishing all these to like prevent destruction and stuff, you can't really shuffle any back with Jaguar, which means, yeah, I know. I feel like this kind of don't need it. Like Balinks, 3rd Balinks would have been just as good, if not better in some cases. 3 Sunlight Wolf. Again, this could have easily been like a 3rd Balinks. Like I only find myself either doing 2 Sunlight Wolf because you're constantly just going shuffle back, shuffle back, shuffle back, and things like that. That's good. Splash Mage, Update Jammer. Splash Mage, good. Update Jammer, I don't feel is necessary. Like it's good. Like it's obviously good for like pushing through with like Access Code Talker, but a lot of the times you're going to be starting with Salamangreat of Fire anyway, which locks you into fires, in which case this is just taking up a slot. It's whatever. Heat Soul for, you know, Splash Mage, Heat Soul, start drawing cards. Transcode Talker, yeah, it came up a couple of times. I'm not unhappy I played this. I'm not unhappy when I played it. 1 Heat Leo just gives you a Salamangreat Link 3 to go into, and also helps bounce back rows. So a lot of players don't see it coming, and you just go spin, thank you, and helps you get into the man of the moment, the bird of the moment. Bird is the word. Salamangreat Raging Phoenix. Read this card. Shall I put the text on the screen? Really should. But yeah, go ahead, do some research. This card is fantastic. On Reincarnation, summon searches for any, and then it also helps your OTKs as well, like if you're setting up with Salamangreat of Fire. So that's another reason to maybe drop the Update Jammer, because you can now OTK if you get up to Raging Phoenix. And finishing off the extra deck there, what's a Cyberse deck without Access Code Talker, and then Mirage Stallion as well. Great card indeed. Side deck now. 1 Salamangreat Paro, because this is a very grindy deck and you just want to be able to like guarantee yourself the win in time. So Paro, great card. Another Divikana, bringing it up to 2, so when you go second, it's just nice. Remember, it's fire, you can keep bringing them back with Sunlight Wolf if you need be. 1 Tactics, because it's great going second, and also going first as well, like post sideboard, because your opponent's probably going to bring a lot more spells and traps. Your opponent, beep! Your opponent's going to bring a lot more hand traps there, so Thrust gets good. We go 2 Dark Rulers to go second. You bring them with Thrust there alongside the TTTs. Cosmic Cyclones. It's a good card to knock out stuff and make sure it doesn't come back, whether it's Chimera Fusion or like, you know, Labyrinth Traps or anything like that. Good card. Double Evenly Matched, again, you can search it off Triple Tactics going second, so good. Double D Barrier, you can search it when going first for Tactics. Don't feel like, yeah, the ratios are weird because one, I was like going straight into from work to hobby, and then that's it. And then 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance, because yeah, good card going first. Slows your opponent down a crap ton, which this deck does have trouble. It can get outpaced sometimes, because a lot of the time you are just putting up like 1 to 2 monsters and back row, which it does interact a lot, but it's a lot of cards on the field, and if they can burst through and then just outspeed you by plowing through you with monsters, and turboing through with spell cards, then yeah. Bad times indeed. Now we're in Puerto Rico. Nah, just kidding. Hobby League, we just finished round 1. I'm playing Salamangreat tonight. I played against Chimera. Won the dice roll, which is really important. Game 1 I was able to play through double imperm to end on like the Phoenix field, is everything. Game 2 just smashed me with an OTK. Game 3 go first again, combo through 1 hand trap and 1 imperm, and then he just pretty much drew with all monsters. And so it was just like, he had to go really linear and just go Sword Knight, special the Berthamet, and I was just like, oh, imperm on the Berthamet, and he was just like, yeah, scoot. So yeah, we took round 1. Let's keep going. How good were those boosters?
Yeah, but everything else, it's already got haze on our
Brandon lost. That's not bad, right?
Sounds like you lost. Look at that. Now we're in Middle Earth, but we're in New Zealand, so we're always in Middle Earth. Yeah, just round 2 versus Monarch, Domain Monarch. Holy crap! I put up game 1 because I forgot how Fenrir triggers, and then, but yeah, games 2 and 3 just wipe it up. I think I raged him for 4 after going first game 2, and then game 3 just the Monarch brick, and then just access code killed him. Is this game 3?
Yeah.
Monarchs. Eon's End, and it's the end of the tournament. Yeah, just 2-1 Manadium. I should really stop moving about. Oh, drunk camera. Yeah, so just 2-1 to Manadium. I lost game 2 just because cracking damage, but game 3 though, we both kind of bricked. Yeah, game 1 I definitely bricked because all I did was open Falco. Oh, you can walk past, bro. It's all good. Just ban people. Yeah. Right, editing to here. Cool. Sweet. So yeah, game 1 I only opened Falco, so I literally lost. Yo. Games 2 and 3 just grind out for the win. Good stuff. Salad. Top deck. Ooh. Good testing indeed for regionals.
$1 million.
The autism in this room is unreal.
My favorite one.
Boom, and there we have it, folks. We walked away with a win. First win of the series with Salamangreat. It did feel a little clunky in places, so we are definitely going to be tweaking that list as we go into the regionals, if I decide to play the deck there. But in which case, Salamangreat, solid pick, New Zealand meta. Let's see what we take away. We're going to Hobby League tomorrow. Let's see what I build for that. Take care, guys. See you in the next episode.